looking at the genealogy of Jesus. Salmon fathered Boaz by Rahab, the prostitute. Boaz fathered Obed by Ruth, the Moabitess. Obed fathered Jesse. Jesse fathered King David. Then David fathered Solomon by Uriah's wife. Did you catch that? David fathered Solomon by Uriah's wife. God used a horrific act of adultery, murder, powermongering and bully boy tactics to bring about Jesus. You could probably do a whole series on the genealogy of Jesus and who these people were and why it was so unusual that they played a role in Jesus' ancestry. But where does it leave us? Well, number one, if you are in sin, repent. If you're doing the wrong thing, repent. Turn around, ask God for forgiveness. Number two, if you ask God for forgiveness and you mean it, you'll be forgiven. If David's forgiven what he was given, forgiven for what he did, then you can be forgiven for what you have done. And number three, please try and put up some sort of boundaries so that you can avoid these situations. Forgiveness is available, but it's much better to not need forgiveness. It's much better to be living a life of purity than to needing to go back and deal with all these things. As David had consequences for his sin, so also do we. We still get forgiven, but we need to live with what we've done. We need to live with the fact that we've hurt people. We need to live with the sometimes biological consequences of our sin. You know, those of you who are at youth group, when we talked about alcohol, how alcohol can lead to easy pregnancies. Friends, the amount of repercussions of sexual sin is massive. And what it does to a church is horrific. But what it does to your own life is pretty bad too. You may have a great joy come out of that, like Solomon. But it's better to do these things without the sin involved. So I want to apologise for the way that this video has ended up being a bit of a mishmash of two things. I hadn't deleted enough stuff off the camera. I'm sorry about that. But keep coming back and checking things out, and I'll speak to you again soon.